Yo, what's up, people? Welcome back to another episode on Gooner TV. It's your boy, Jason Gooner. Of course, we're back in the building to discuss the EPL weekend. We had some big results this weekend. Some teams can't get out the mud. Some teams winning, some more. Yes, people, we're going to discuss it all. Of course, we are going to talk about the predictions we made, see how well we did this week or how poorly we did this week. So we'll see how we did with that. Definitely going to talk about the Reggae Boyz as well. I'm going to do a check on all the people around the world in the various leagues, see how they are faring. Of course, we have the big month coming up basically next month, June. We have the World Cup Qualifiers and we also have the Copa America. So we want to check in and see who is back from injury. See who is on form, see who is scoring goals. So yes, we're gonna check on all the players around the world, people. So of course, we're just starting up the live, going a little bit earlier tonight, 9:30 this evening. But yeah, just wanted to go ahead and run out with some content because we love to discuss the football. So we're just gonna do that here live with some people and go through all the results of the weekend. Yeah, man. So and big up the people in the building from early out. Fresh God, of course, always supporting. Bless up yourself. Letting people know where we reach on the subscribe account. Of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, share the video around. Let some people know. Jason Gooner TV just started the channel recently, doing pretty well. Very thankful for all the subscribers, but definitely want to keep on growing the channel. So we're just going to keep bringing the content and watch it grow. So yeah, you see underneath the name Jason Gooner there, you see St. Tatteringham's Day. So yes, St. Tatteringham's Day did occur. And yes, I just want to all my Arsenal supporters, happy St. Tatternam Day to you. So that is the day when it is clear that Tottenham will not be able to finish above Arsenal in the league table. So I went ahead and named it because it happens so frequently. And today was the day. Yes, some people did poorly this week. Some people never did so well this week. Definitely not. And we're going to see who was the prediction boss for the week. Good evening. This week it wasn't such a good evening for Mr. Emery, But Arsenal could have made him have a good afternoon, Yeah, we're going to discuss all of that. Bless up yourself, Omar. Bless up yourself, Omar Fowling. Big up. Presser, bless. Already looking forward to Old Trafford. Well, listen, me personally, I am just looking forward to Bournemouth. That's the first game that I have. Yeah, man. I'm not rush the thing one game at a time. But big up yourself, 433 Presser. You don't know. If you haven't already, people, check out him channel and him content. Yeah, man. And go over there and subscribe. Duckland Stennett, check. Checking in. Yeah, Duckland won the prediction last week on goal difference. We're going to see if the second week was the same. All right. Duckland, big up yourself. Arsenal survived, almost implode, LOL. So there's a couple of words I want to point out right there, people. The first one is survived, and the second one is almost. Yes, those are the two words that are most important in that comment. Max City said, blessings, everyone. Jason, you look tired from all of the celebrations. Yeah, man. Celebrating love. Had a lovely celebration, St. Tatteringham's Day. Had to, of course, make it exciting for all the fans out there. David Raya. We're going to get into that, though. Actually, bless. Bless up the cause. Big up yourself every time. Love and love alone. Predicted the 3-2 victory for Arsenal, but I was hoping otherwise. Yeah, that was a good prediction on your part. I went for the 3-1. But it never worked out that way. Raya had other things. I was injured this week. Yeah, man. Coach still make a run out though. You should have tell him say you never fit. Are you a play hero? Big up Gunners. London is red. Absolutely Nitro London red. Red. Yeah, man. So people, you don't know, like the video, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't before. Yeah, man, and we'll go straight into the football right now. So yeah, when we did the prediction show, people, we had some Liverpool fans in the building. We had Ryan LFC and we had Demo. So we recorded their predictions as well. And the reason why I am referencing them is because the first game that we're going to discuss of the week is going to be the first game that happened this weekend. And of course, that was with none other than our boy, Michail Antonio, Captain Jamaica, looking fit and strong again. No Diddy. And the score was 2-2, people. West Ham and Liverpool, 2-2. 2-2. And of course, you see right there, Michail Antonio had the equalizing goal in the 77th minute. So it was a very, very good match. One that I did get a chance to watch pretty much in full. And you see there on the attack momentum, Liverpool definitely carrying more of the ball in the attacking sense. And let's just take a look at the statistics real quick. So you see their expected goals, Liverpool 1.75 to West Ham's 0.7. Ball possession heavily in favor of Liverpool, 71-29. Shots, massive deficit there. 28 shots to Liverpool to 11 for West Ham. But look at the shots on target, 8 for 8. So again, people, the lack of clinical finishing on the part of Liverpool for the last few weeks definitely reared its head again. 14 shots off target, so just not finding the target with the shots. 6 of them blocked, so good defending as well from West Ham. See the corner kicks there, advantage to Liverpool. Excuse. Did get a goal from one of those as well. Free kicks. Let's see, big chances. So 2 big chances for Liverpool and they missed both. 1 big chance for West Ham and they finished it. So there you go. Hit the woodwork twice again. Liverpool has done that a lot this season. Nunes especially. And yeah, passes, of course, heavy possession for Liverpool, so way more passes. But, you know, in the crucial moments, the crucial spots on the pitch, West Ham was way more clinical on the day. Let's take a look at the lineups and how they lined up, people. So we had Alphonso Areola in goal, did have our own goal on the day, but still got a 7.9. So good performance from him, even with the own goal. And then you look there, Jared Bowen definitely had a good game, had a goal and the assist for Antonio. Brilliant cross from Bowen and a brilliant run from Antonio. And I thought it just really was a great finish, jumping away from his intended target with the header, was able to get it back to the post where it was coming from as well. So really clinical finish from Michail Antonio there. Good movement, good finish, good timing. So great goal from Antonio. Let's take a look real quick at how he did. 7.4 on the day for Antonio. Heat map there, you see, definitely utilizing his ability to get into the wide channels, especially on that left side, opposite of Bowen on the right, who, you know, typically is over there handling things on that side of the pitch. But as we can see, 90 minutes played the whole match plus injury time, 1 goal scored. He had that 1 shot on target, 1 shot blocked, 24 touches. He was 55% on his passes, 6 for 11. 0 for 2 crosses, 1 for 2 long passes, 4 of 4 on his ground duels, 1 of 3 on his aerials. Lost the ball 8 times. He was fouled twice and was offside once, and on the defensive end had 2 tackles. So 7.4, solid performance for Antonio, very good performance. Thought you can see that he's progressing as far as his fitness is concerned, looking really fit. So that's a great sign for the Reggae Boyz. You know, we're doing the EPL review, but definitely going to look at how the Reggae Boyz are doing while we do so. So Michail Antonio, big up yourself. Big equalizer. Great for my side, Arsenal. Take away the full points from Liverpool. Give them the 1 point. So, yeah, I think Liverpool in this game just was a microcosm of what we've been seeing lately from them. You know, just squandering their opportunities in front of the goal, not finishing their chances, not finishing their dinner, you know, and it's coming back to haunt them at this point. So, you know, Liverpool definitely falling short right now in this title race. As you can see, their players here. Robertson had a goal, 8.6, highest rated player on the day in this match. Diaz, 8.3, was, terrorizing on that wing. Pretty much created the goal for Robertson and had a lot of other good runs into the box. Gakpo as well got into some great positions, but just couldn't get a big chance. But yeah, Liverpool just not really firing. Of course, another storyline from this Liverpool match, as we can see from their starting lineup, there's no Mohamed Salah. Started Harvey Elliott on that side of the pitch. Salah came in the 79th minute and did not look like him and Klopp were seeing eye to eye. Klopp said that they had a discussion and everything is behind him. Salah said, if I speak today, there will be fire. So I don't know what really went on, but hopefully when that documentary is out in the future that they're filming now for Klopp's final, set of games as a Liverpool manager, we'll get to see what really happened today. But didn't look so good between the manager and the player there. And there is trouble in Anfield right now. So the Liverpool fans, what I want to know, if you're not watching now, you're watching later. Is it over? Is the season over? Is the title run over for you guys? Do you think that it's too far gone at this point? I think that it's going to be tough for them right now, how it's looking, because I think the two teams that are battling it out at the top, it's going to take a lot for them to drop points. So, Liverpool, I don't know. I think it might be that ship might have sailed for you guys. Just might have sailed for you guys. Let's see what the chat is talking about. Let's see what the chat is talking about here, people. The most Spursy thing to do to lose to Arsenal and beat City. Hot Chili, you're a prophet. The highlight for Liverpool this game is Salah Club segment. Yeah, man. Yeah, but talk about the game first, and yes, definitely had to bring that up, D. Madrid still sitting on his pity pot, can't show up. Yeah, for real, for sure. I bet Debo don't say be live, car. Okay, so Max City aside with Klopp right now. Well, Klopp best. Bless up yourself, Jay. Big up, big up. Yeah, man, we out. One done from Clarendon. Big up yourself, Sherman. Gunners for life. Every time. Missed by Gavin. Show us here they try for the title. Yeah. Gavin Burke. And him never play so bad in this game, But it was a big miss. Them never registered it. 2 key pass. 7 for 8 dribbles. 9 for 13. Yeah, man. I want to best game this. Yeah, man. So that was a tough result for Liverpool in this title race. I don't think they can manage such a slip up the way of the form of the other two teams going right now, They are dead with laugh. Probably come and ask if the race done. Why you laugh, D? Oh yeah, I laugh for that. Can't be dropping so many points. Yeah. It don't look good for them. Game over for these Scousers. Look like that, D. Yeah, man, look like that. Yeah, so that was the result. 2-2, West Ham and Liverpool. Let's check the results of the predictions for this one. So Fresh went for 2-1 West Ham victory. So didn't get that one. Dima went for the same. Myself, I went for a 2-2, which was the actual correct result of the game. So I got that one spot on. Yeah. Declan Stennett went for a 3-1 Liverpool win. Ryan got the result correct, but didn't have the score right, so he got the 1-1. he went for a 1-1, and Mac City went for a 5-2 Liverpool. So only myself and Ryan got that one right so far. And I got the correct score perfect on that one, people. So yeah, pretty much that's how it's supposed to go every time. But sometimes it don't work that way. But the stars aligned this time, I had it perfectly correct. Oh, go on here, so all right. So yeah, so that was the Liverpool West Ham match, people. Big result in the title race. Not the result that the Liverpool team or their fans or the coaching staff would have wanted. So the next game would have been, let's see. The next game would have been Fulham and Crystal Palace. This one ended 1-1, people. So Rodrigo Muniz scored a goal in the 52nd minute. Jeffrey Schlupp had the goal in the 87th minute for Crystal Palace. This game right here, was one that I thought coming into it, Crystal Palace, who had the winning streak, of course, the win over Liverpool inside of those results. I thought they would go to Fulham and maybe get the result, but this game ended up being a draw, 1-1. It was a pretty even match, to be honest. Both teams had their chances. As you can see, the expected goals really tight. Possession really close as well. Shots, slight edge to Crystal Palace on the shots, and big chances in the match. 2 created by Crystal Palace, they missed both, and 3 created by Fulham, and they missed 2 of those and scored the one that Muniz. Nice header from Muniz at the far post. Good cross as well, coming in for his goal. So 1-1 result. Both teams kind of not really much to play for towards the end of the season. Both safe from dropping down into relegation, and really, no chance to get to the European places. So good match here. Continues the unbeaten run of Crystal Palace lately. Mateta on the day, of course, somebody that I was looking out for because I have him in a few fantasy leagues. Did not get it done on this occasion. One big chance missed. Not the best score from him. So yeah, surprise there, but I do have Muniz, so fair play. Bobby Reid, of course, the Jamaican international, did start in this one. So let's look in detail at how he performed on the day. 68 minutes played in his familiar right side role in the midfield. Did have 25 touches, lost the ball 8 times in those 25 touches, 7 out of 10 on his passes for 70%. 3 shots off target on the day. Did miss a big chance as well in this one. So tough one there. 3 for 6 on his ground duels, 0 for 2 aerial duels, 8 possession loss, 1 foul, was fouled once. Defensive work here, 1 clearance, 1 interception, and 2 tackles with 1 time dribble pass for a 6.7 on the day. So Mr. Big Chance still get a 6.7. Not bad at all from Bobby Reid. Of course, you're going to get that industry from him and that all-around game. Normally on this part of the equation, in the position he plays, you might not see much stats, but pretty much anytime Bobby Reid is over there, you're going to see some of these stats as well. Just all-around player, and one that we are very happy to have in the ranks for the Reggae Boyz. So that one ended 1-1. Club can try again next year. Oh, wait. Like that one there. I'm mad, man. The confidence in it. Okay, so Damien is giving United the credit for this. Sebastian, big up, bless up, my brother. Bless up. Float management, bless up yourself as well. Like the video, share it, let the people them know. Yeah, so that was Fulham and Crystal Palace 1-1. Bobby Reid ending up with a point on the day. Wish he could have put away his chance. Give him another goal on the season. All right, so that's the Fulham Crystal Palace game, which was 1-1. And I think the only person that went for a draw in this one was Demo. He said 2-2. Everybody else pretty much was going for a Crystal Palace victory, and we were all completely wrong. Yes. So that was that one, people. Let's look at the next one here. This one, Manchester United versus Burnley. So the predictions for this one were kind of hilarious, because, of course, the Man United fan, Fresh, went for a 3-0 Man U win. Demo went for a 4-1 Man U win. I had a feeling this match would be a draw, so I went for the 2-2. Everybody else, Duckland 2-1 Man U, of course, to be expected, Man U fan. 2-1 Burnley is what Ryan went for, and 3-1 United is what Max City went for. So I was the only one to get this one correct, the draw. I went for 2-2. It was 1-2. As you can see there, the rare occurrence of Anthony scoring a goal happened here in the 79th minute. He did have a goal, and then I'm doing it from a penalty in the 87th was with the equalizer. So this one here, as you can see, the attack momentum, first half pretty even, honestly. Looks like Burnley had some of the play, and I did watch some of this game as well, the first half and part of the second. So yes, I can attest to that. Second half, United a little bit more of the momentum in the second half, and of course they split the goals late in that second half. So let's look at the statistics and see the breakdown. United on the day had a lot of high expected goals here, 2.71. Burnley as well with 2.06. Burnley edged the possession 52-48. That's terrible, 27 shots for United to 16 for Burnley. 10 on target for United to 7 for Burnley. Corner kick 6-5 for United. Big chances created. Look at these people. 7. Yes, 7 big chances created by United, and they missed 6 of them. Amazing. 2 big chances for Burnley, and they missed 1. Hit the woodwork once, did United. And yeah, that's incredible, people. 7 big chances, 7 big chances. So of course, we want to know who were the culprits. Again, this guy lately, people, I can't even lie to you. He's been on fire. 9.3 rating for Bruno. No goals, no assists. So you're supposed to know he must playing incredibly in this game to get that rating. 9 key passes and 4 big chances created by himself. Yeah, that's impressive production there from your center attacking midfielder. Definitely. So a player that divides opinion, I think, but if we're just talking technically, what he can do on the ball, his first touch, yeah, he's a quality player. Quality player. When his head is right and it's in the game, he can make the difference. 1 shot on target, 1 off target, 1 shot blocked, 1-of-1 dribbles, hit the woodwork. He was one of the culprits on one of the chances. Yeah, he did have a big chance. Yes, he did. 1 big chance miss. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes, I have to give him some respect because he's been playing well lately. Anthony, 8.1. Probably one of his better performances in a United shirt. 1 goal on the day. But that's the key one there, people. 3. Count it. 1, 2, 3. Big chances missed by Anthony on the day. So 8.1 with 3 big chances missed. That's crazy. Rasmus Højlund, 6.7. Didn't get on the end of any of those big chances, which is amazing. You're playing striker in front of Bruno and you don't have 1 big chance. Something's wrong there, that's not good. Garnacho created a big chance, missed a big chance. So big chances missed all around for United. Definitely not the best display from them. Burnley comes in and plays their football, at Old Trafford, having more of the possession. That's very good stuff there from them. Don't know if they'll stay up in the Premier League, but I have to give them manager credit. He has not changed his philosophy at all. Try to play his same football, even though they weren't getting the results. And maybe this upturn in form has come a little bit late for them, but I still feel like they should feel proud of what they've been able to do because, for a while they looked like they would be down there with Sheffield, for sure. And they have kind of turned it around somewhat in the last maybe, 6-7 games or so. So kudos to Burnley, kudos to company. Maybe with a bigger team and a bigger budget, I think company could do something for a better team. I don't know if he's ready for the big time, but I wouldn't mind to see him with a team with a little more resources, and see what him could pull off. Yeah, man, I'm sure the United fans have a lot to say about this one. Imagine missing 4 big chances and not getting 3 penalties. Terrible officiating. Yo, don't blame the ref. When you could have scored 100,000 goals without a penalty. Don't blame the ref, but we move. We are too wasteful. All right, good. That is more balance. Anthony scoring is more surprising than United drawing to Championship Burnley. Yeah, Anthony scoring. Anybody that did bet on that make a decent money for sure. Waiting for the FA Cup final, it seems just going through the motions. Well, I'm Max City, but the thing is, well, I guess what them really playing for? Do they want to? I wonder if United fans want to be in the Conference League. Stupidness from Casemiro. All him have to do is clear the ball, turn him up. Yeah. Put on in a trouble for real. Mm-hmm. 2 assists in the first 8 minutes. 1 minute chances. Yeah. Bruno had so many big chances created in one match. That's crazy. 9 key pass. That's mad. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it's like he wasn't even playing. It was crazy. If the Zerbi leaves. Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind for seeing him at like a Brighton for real. Just somewhere where, at least him have some more raw materials for work with. So why you want them beat we for what? Bad mind. Yeah, man, make them know for share it up, man. The people them just not know. Yeah, put on. Yeah, man, me overstand. Found another way to keep down United. Late penalties. United keep down themselves as well, Duckland. You can't have Burnley forward to your yard and have the ball more than you. That don't make no sense. And look how wasteful it was. 6 big chance miss. The referee can't make you miss none of them chances, I make you know that straight. No, I overstand the penalty them, But I just say still at the end of the day, should have gone so many goals that the one penalty where them get shouldn't have even factor into the game. Should have gone so many goals. I think only one of them was a penalty though, out of the 3. Remember when he's a fan of the team, you got always see it like, it's very tough not to see everything as a foul for you. Let's say at least 2 of them. Well, at least you start out, you said 3 about 4 times already, and then I say 1 thing and you're going to 2. So you see, you can edge closer and closer to reality. But the reality is, forget about that. Just remember the chance them want to get and never convert. That's the biggest problem. Yeah, for sure. So, as I said, people, I think, I was the only person that went for a draw in that one. So, 1-1 was the final scoreline. Manchester United. We soon check the table and see how everything are going. But that was not the result that they would have wanted right now. In game, we have got those calls given against us. Okay. You're saying the same way, the same infringements you saw, Uno get the same penalties against Uno. Yeah, well, you see that word consistency, it don't really matter to the EPL refs. That has been proven time and time again so far. It's like week to week, them change how it's supposed to go. It's very frustrating, you know? That's why I'm not depend upon them again. My ball, them just put the ball in the goal. All right, the next match on the docket is Newcastle versus Sheffield United. And yeah, man, Isak a gone for this golden boot thing, you know. He might try 2 more goals from him. Callum Wilson on his return from injury as well, off the bench to score. There was an own goal, and Bruno Guimaraes with a nice diving header got a goal as well. Sheffield did actually take the lead in this one, 1-0. But yeah, there was 5 unanswered goals by Newcastle, who put a beating on Sheffield United, and they are now relegated to the Championship. So Sheffield United came up and went right back down. Yo business, you know. Looks like Burnley might be headed there as well, but they still have an outside shot. But we'll have to see how the rest of the time plays out. But Sheffield now knows their fate. And that's what happened there. So 5-1 again, as you can see, the expected goals, 3.11, 1.55. So scoreline was pretty true. 60-40 possession. Let's see the big chances. 4 and very clinical on the day. None missed. 3 big chances created by Sheffield, but they missed 2. So yeah, 5-1 in the end, people. Newcastle trying to climb up that table, edging closer and closer to possible trip back to Europe next season. Isak really on fire right now. Definitely one that is, I'm sure, turning the heads of some top clubs. If the price is right, I wonder if Newcastle would consider selling. Me personally, if I am Newcastle, I wouldn't be one. I think, if they have money to spend, which I know they're trying to find ways to spend the money that they can without breaching FFP. But I would think if you're gonna keep any players to try to keep a core, he would definitely be one of the main ones you'd want to keep. But money talks. Maybe they need that to be able to spend some as well. And definitely he's one that would bring in a lot of money. So Isak, somebody that I would love if Arsenal could get Isak. I think that would be a great fit for Arsenal. But I know it would take a lot of money. But yeah, Isak, people, when I think about Isak, I think he's a big baller. He's a big baller. Isak on 19 goals now. So he's 2 behind Haaland, 1 behind Cole Palmer. Yes, a fresh I tell you there. Is it officially over? I feel like it's not official, but unofficial. It's over. Yeah, tied with Ali too, yeah. You want Cole Palmer to win it? Yeah. Not really business who win it still, but it would have nice if Cole win it still. Unexpected. Fresh God say it is over. So him say not mathematically over, but it's over. Yes, as I say, people, that one was a 5-1 result. I think everybody pretty much had Newcastle to win that one. Yes, everybody had Newcastle to win that one. Nobody got the score exactly correct. A lot of 4-1s, a 6-1, and Demo I mean, not Demo, but Fresh God had the goals for Newcastle correct, but he said it was going to be a 0, but it was 5-1. So everybody got the point for that. No extra points for the correct score. It's even the mathematical chance over. Okay, we never really if that was over. I was just preying who get relegated before. But when we pull up the standings, we can pre it in a minute. Isak winning it would be cool too. Yeah, if Isak win it, believe anybody with a bunch of money might try to throw some money at Newcastle for him. Especially like I'm sure him want to play in a Champions League, you know. I think them can. Yeah, I think they're gonna reach that. All right, next game would have been Wolves and Luton Town. So that one ended 2-1 to Wolves. Huang and Gomez, Totti Gomez scoring, and Carlton Morris again with another goal. In the 80th minute, 2-1, but it was too little, too late for Luton. They could not get it done. They're really trying to battle in and fight to get out of that relegation, but I guess the only really no consolation really needed to get some kind of points now with the time running out for them, but they just fell short to Wolves, who got 2 goals, as I said. Let's look at the stats. Not much in the expected goals for either team. 1.2, 1.59. Wolves had more of the possession, more shots, but Luton had more on target. And in the big chances category, 1 big chance for Luton and they missed. 3 big chances for Wolves and they missed 2 of those. So yeah, that was the Wolves and Luton match, people. So I want to check something. Lineups. Yep. Wolves. I know he got injured. Wang. All right, so that was the Wolves and Luton game. So that was a 2-1 Wolves win. Let's see. I think everybody actually went for a Luton win except for Duckland, who went for the draw. So nobody not on the panel, but in the predictions got this one correct, people. Everybody was wrong here. I think most of us had our Amari Bell goggles there because we want Luton to get out of that relegation zone so that team can stay in the Premier League. Is Sheffield United the worst side in EPL history? This Sheffield team. I mean, I'd have to check who statistically got the least amount of points. I don't know if this Sheffield team has. I know as far as how many goals they have conceded, they're like getting really close to like one of the most ever, you know. So we'll see how their last few games go. If they get a few more 4s and 5s, I think they might be very close to the goals against record for the like a 20 team league season. Yeah, no, me know. Yeah, they couldn't lose. Omar Fowlin says City to the world. Yeah, man. Damien, tell him to believe. It's not over till it's over, you know? All right, the next game, Everton versus Brentford. So, you know, we have to check in Panda one day a little closer because the big defender plays for Brentford, Ethan Pinnock. All right, so this one ended 1-0 to Everton. Idrissa Gana getting the goal there in the 68th minute. But let's check on Ethan's game by the numbers. So 6.7 for Ethan on the day. As you can see, played the left side of the defense for the most part. Played the entire match. Had 7 clearances, 1 tackle, was not dribble pass. 1 for 1 on ground duels, 4 of 7 in the air. had 71 touches, lost the ball 18 times, 42 of 58 for 72%. Went long 7 times, only completed one of those. Had one shot off target as well. So yeah, not the best statistical game for Ethan Pinnock, but was very solid defensively on the day as usual. Good positioning. Yeah, just overall a solid game from him. As I said, statistically not his best. Maybe the distribution could have been a bit better on the day, but this game was a tight one. Could have gone either way. The statistics show that as well. Expected goals pretty much even, 52% to 48 possession, so tight there. 4 shots on target for Brentford, only one on Everton. That was the goal. Big chances, 2 for Everton, 1 for Brentford, and Brentford, of course, missed the one big chance they had, and Everton did hit the woodwork twice as well. So, tough game, battling game. Everton and Brentford, some weeks ago, maybe thought they would need some more results to kind of get a little more breathing room from the relegation. But now, Everton, especially with their last few results, winning the Merseyside derby, following it up with another 1-0 as well. Really good job for them. So yeah, that is it for the Everton Brentford game. This one, I think most of us had this one wrong as well. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this one, I think, everybody had this wrong. People went for the draw or were going for a Brentford win. Nobody thought Everton would pull this one off on the day. So good job for them winning at Goodison Park again. And then the last game on the Saturday, actually a later kickoff than normal, 3 o'clock in the afternoon for me, was, of course, Aston Villa versus Chelsea. So, of course, that's one that, Champions League race, Leon Bailey and Aston Villa. That's definitely one we definitely had a keen eye on. So let's look at the lineups first and foremost, people, in the 2-all match. This is Aston Villa's lineup. Typical starting lineup of late. Martinez in goal, Cash right back, Konsa, Pau Torres, Luca Dean as the back 4. Then we had Leon Bailey playing on the right side of midfield, Tielemans and Louise central, and Morgan Rogers on the left. And then you had John McGinn and Ali Watkins playing there as well. So this was how they started out the match, people. This was the setup. Chelsea, on the other hand, of course, Enzo did his surgery, so he's out of the midfield. But they went with Silva and Badiashile. Thought they might have played Disasi and Silva, but Badiashile started on the day. Chalobah played right back. Cucurella played left back. Madueke played on the right. I think it was a few starts in a row now for him, so he's getting a bit of consistency, and he repaid the manager with a 9.0 performance. Cole Palmer played his normal role in behind the striker, Nicholas Jackson. Mudryk got the start on the left side, and Gallagher and Caicedo played the pivot for Chelsea. So this game right here, people, was a fun one. This was a really good match. I want to look at the attack momentum and show you guys as well. This is something that is a good gauge for, who had the upper hand on the day. And this will maybe surprise some people. At Villa Park, Chelsea, I think, really dominated most of the play as far as the run-up play is concerned. The scoreline will say 2-all, but we're going to look at all the metrics of this game and the statistics, and it's going to lend itself to believe, that Chelsea would have won the game. If I just show the statistics and you didn't know the score, and I asked you which team won, I don't think many of you would say the match drew. You would have one clear side that you would think would have won the game, right? So that's why you have to play the matches, people. You never know what it's going to turn out, especially if a team just don't have the shooting boots on. These things can happen. So let's look at the data, people. Statistics. Chelsea did win the game as far as the expected goals by a slight margin, 1.57 to 1.10. Look at the ball possession here, people. 71% to Chelsea to 29%. There were no red cards in this game. That's just the ball possession of this game. Shots drastically in favor of Chelsea overall, 21-9. 5-4 on target though, so much closer in the shots on target. Let's see. Big chances created. None for Villa, but 2 for Chelsea, and they missed both. Right? Hit the woodwork once. Yeah, so crazy statistically how this game played out. Chelsea, had the better of the play, I thought. Even if you look at the average scores of the team, 6.56 for Villa on the day, Chelsea up over 7. So all the metrics, all the statistics point to Chelsea winning this game. But somehow, thanks to some heroics by the second half keeper, Robin Olsen, did come on and do his thing off the bench. Couple of big saves, really keeping it at 2-2. I thought he did well when coming on. Didn't get the best score as far as the statistics, but I thought he did well when he came on. Morgan Rogers continued his decent goal scoring form with another goal. But let's take a deeper look into the game by the numbers of Leon Bailey. So a 6.4, not the best final score for him that he's been having lately, at least. 75 minutes played on the day. Spent most of his time on that right-hand side. As you can see from the possession stats, most of the time Bailey wouldn't have so many touches in these areas, but they were pinned back for long portions of the game. So it wasn't so much defending in transition as just having to be in a defensive position to begin with. So they were really pinned back, and he had to be back there kind of making sure that Cash didn't get overloaded. So 26 touches on the day, much lower for what it normally has been at Villa Park lately. He has been much more involved as far as touches are concerned, but the way Chelsea dominated possession, that just was not going to happen on this occasion. 26 touches, 9 possession loss, 3 for 10 on the ground duels. Let's see, 2 for 4 on his dribbles. He had 1 shot on target, 0 for 1 on his long passes. He was 11 or 14 on his passes period for 79%, so not too bad there. And defensively, even though they were camped in their own half for long spells, didn't really register any defensive statistics on the day. Did have 3 fouls and was fouled once as well. So that is the game by numbers for Leon Bailey. Him and his team, really not many on the day had decent runs. McGinn, Watkins, and Cash, maybe the 3 that you could hold their head up statistically and say they had a decent game. But for the most part, just didn't really turn up on the day like they normally do. I'm sure this is one of Douglas Luiz's worst performances of the season. Just never really got into the game. I thought Tielemans, before he had to come off, was actually playing a bit better than Luiz was. Looked like that loss really messed them up. Diaby had to come on. They had to reshift everything. McGinn dropped into midfield. And, McGinn is a great player, but I don't think he gives you the same level of performance when he has to drop down a little deeper on the pitch, even though he was the highest rated player on the day. I just think that, you lose a little bit of what he offers when he has to play deeper. I know he can do it, and he's not going to let you down there, but I just feel like, I just feel like when he's in that role, maybe it's not the best for him, but he had to do the job for the team on the day. And, that's how that played out there. But it was a tough one. I think Chelsea will look back at this one, really ruin the missed opportunity. Of course, Nico Jackson had his customary big miss. Mudryk on the day, I thought, did okay, played all right. Just decision making. It looks like there's a player in there, but I don't think he really knows most of the time what he's supposed to do with the ball. So it doesn't quite work out for him. Madueke, definitely put it together on the day, at 9.0 for him. 1 goal and 1 assist, so had a hand in both goals. Really great passing accuracy 88%, had a lot of touches, 79 touches, 2 key passes. Let's see, 6 for 8 dribbles. So that's amazing on the day, people. 1 for 2 on his long passes, tried 3 crosses, didn't get any. On target, 1 shot on target, 2 off target, 1 shot blocked. Look at the duels, 10 for 14, 2 for 2. So, yeah, this right here is probably Madueke's best performance in a Liverpool shirt. Really good game from him. Big goal from Conor Gallagher. He got a 7.5. Look at the work rate, just all over the pitch. He was playing in a double pivot role, but look at most of his touches, really attacking up the pitch, and that's just a testament to the dominance in possession that Chelsea had on the day. So, back to the drawing board for Unai Emery after this one. Is it a back to the drawing board, or is it just that, Chelsea's style just doesn't really mesh well with how Unai Emery wants to play? Because there's a few games now where Chelsea has just looked like the far better team when they play each other. So 90 minutes for Caicedo, one of his better games as well. Very involved as far as touches, high pass percentage, won almost all his duels on the day. So, some very good performances from Chelsea. I know they'll probably look at this one as, even though it was an away game, and before the game, if you told them they could get a point, they'd probably take it. But when they look back and look at this game and they look at the chances missed and the opportunities, they're going to really rue them. So, Villa didn't get the result they needed, but there was a result that happened today that I think would make them feel a little better as well. So yeah, man, it was the Ethan glasses, man, for sure. I wouldn't say a long time. I think I've been live about almost an hour. When you join, about 45 minutes. Everton, yeah, man, they mash up everybody. Yeah, Everton more than good now. Why would you guys not predict that Everton win? I don't know, actually. Make sure next week you put yours, Villa. Yeah, man. Villa let we down, man. Villa let we down. So for this one, I think everybody got this wrong because all of us said Villa was going to win. I think. Let me see. Which game this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. No, not everybody said Villa was going to win, but nobody never said draw. Some we did have Chelsea. Some we did have Villa. But yeah, nobody predicted a draw for this one, so nobody got the point on that. But it did end 2-2. And yeah, Aston Villa just better be thankful that them don't have to play Chelsea again for the rest of the season, because Chelsea have them ticket. Yeah, man, Michail with back-to-back goals is fire. Wayside Chelsea sit down and take 5 from Arsenal, and no good goal difference could play part in the title race. Fine form, maybe. Yeah, he definitely looks fully fit now. Like, fully fit. Like last, and it's been like a few games now him look like that. So him look like him back up again, Yeah, good catch, Fresh God. The word ditch, yeah, I wouldn't say him ditch it either. Okay, so you realize, yeah. No, it wasn't a good performance from Villa. It wasn't. But is how Villa look against Chelsea this season. Like, for the most part, I mean, it was a little worse than even before, but you could see that something about the way Chelsea play make Villa very, very uncomfortable. I think it's just the constant energy where them have. Because Villa do like to slow the game down a bit, just for kind of set up what they want to do. And Chelsea don't really give you that time. Them just on you. Yeah, and I don't think Villa like the pace with which, like when teams go at them at pace, them don't really love that. I mean, many teams don't love that, but I think Villa especially, it give them a lot of trouble. All right, so that was Saturday, people. So we're going to move into Sunday now, and we had the two rivals for the title right now, because Liverpool drop off had their games. But before we get to those games, people, let's just look at the Bournemouth and Brighton game. This was a 3-0 win to Bournemouth. I went for a 3-1, so I was close. Figured they would get some goals in this one. Brighton, for me, really limping to the finish line. Kind of falling apart, actually. I think the rumors about De Zerbi maybe moving on might be affecting everything that's going on. They really don't look like the team that, say a season ago. I know they've had injuries and everything, but Brighton is a team in the past few years that it doesn't really matter who's playing. Once they play that system that De Zerbi has, they can get results and even, look good at least. And they haven't really looked good lately. So, this was the expected goals on the day, 2.11 to 0.94, so not much for Brighton. Brighton did have the bulk of possession, but it really was a bit meaningless when you look at it. One shot on target out of all that possession to 6 for Bournemouth. The big chances created, only 1. They did miss that one, and 3, and they did miss 2, did Bournemouth. So this one, as you can see, Senesi, Unal with a good header, and Kluivert in the end on the 87th minute with a nice finish on a counter attack. So that was that one there, Bournemouth and Brighton. No goal for Solanke, another one, lurking around that golden boot as well. But, good performances all around for Bournemouth. Everybody in the green, it was a good day for them. Lloyd Kelly. I wonder Lloyd Kelly. All right, so that was the Brighton and Bournemouth game. So we're not going to take too much time on that, no disrespect to them. But the next game that was played today, at the same time, actually, would have been Arsenal versus Tottenham in the North London derby. So this was a big, big, big one, people. Tottenham versus Arsenal. And this game did finish, as you can see, 3-2 to the Gunners. So, yeah, we got that first goal on the corner kick. Saka to the near post. Højbjerg with a brilliant finish, but it was just a wrong goal. Very, very clinical, very, very clinical finish. Strikers would envy that finish from Højbjerg at the near post. Yeah, so that was how we got the first goal, from a corner kick. The corner did come from good pressing from Arsenal. Put Van de Ven under pressure, made a bad pass, got into the box, took a shot, and it was deflected. And we got the corner and got the goal from that. Then, it was really, really crazy from that own goal to Saka's second in the 27th minute. So a lot of things happened in between that are, first Tottenham scored, but Van de Ven, who scored the goal, was, like a toe or a foot offside. So that was cancelled out. Before that goal was scored, Romero went inches wide from a corner, and then from a set piece that kind of got cleared and then came back in. Romero, it wasn't. It was a set piece close to the corner, came into the back post, and Romero headed off of the post. So, all of that happened after we scored the first goal from the own goal, and then on a counter attack as well after I think it was a corner. No, it wasn't a corner. I'm sorry. What happened was Kulusevski had the ball wide, right? played a pass or controlled the pass to the inside, and Trossard and him kind of clipped feet, and he started to stumble and go down. But he kind of like took 3 steps and then passed it off and fell. Then when Maddison, so they were already saying penalty for that. Then when Maddison got the ball, he tried to beat Rice. Rice tackled him. He went down, crowd going up, going crazy for that to be a penalty. So 2 penalty shots in the box before Rice gets it, plays it to Partey. I mean, no, not Partey, plays it to Saka. Saka then plays it to Havertz and darts on the counter. Good spacing from Saka, who was running straight but kind of, curved his run wide, so he was creating space from the defender. And Havertz played a perfect pass, good first touch. And then Saka sold the right foot shot, dragged it back slightly, touched it away from his feet, and then did his patented far to the far post curler all along the ground to make it 2-0. So a composed finish from Saka, really the finish of a player that, like, you can tell know what he was doing on that play. Like, no wasted movement, perfect first touch, shape like he's going to take the right foot shot, which, most people would say, why would you dive in on a Saka right foot shot? But we have seen from time to time Saka will connect with that right foot and score with it. So you have to respect it. And, even though he wants to go back to the left, he sold it just enough to get the space to go back to the left. And, good finish for Saka. Very good composure on that finish to make it 2-0. So, I was considering myself so lucky at that point as an Arsenal fan to be up 2-0, because I'm looking at all the incidents that were happening, the goal just, brought back for VAR. Then you have Romero going wide, Romero hitting the bar. You have the penalty shouts right before we scored this goal by Saka. So many things, so many emotions, but we're 2-0 up. I'm feeling good. Then we get another corner kick shortly thereafter from the other opposite wing now. Rice swings it in, pinpoint. We have seen a weakness of this Tottenham team and this goalkeeper especially. Crowd him on those set pieces, and he does not really command the space very well. And of course, Ben White has been doing that to all the keepers we play against. So, he did it again on this occasion. The 6-yard box was crowded, full of players. He happened to drop into the right space. Havertz was alert, got up, headed it in to make it 3-0. So 3-0, I'm going into halftime saying, yes, this looks good, really relaxed. We're just going to kill them. And even though Tottenham was playing very well, and I would even say maybe like just on the run of play, playing better than us in the first half, we were so clinical. And, even for all of their domination as far as possession in the first half, they didn't really, do much bar from the set pieces. So I was feeling okay. I mean, look, even the first half, they had 72% to 28. They edged the expected goals over us. We had 3 goals, and our expected goals in the first half was under 1. So that's remarkable, actually. But for all that possession and all of that, we were able to block 4 of their shots, and they had 4 off target, and we had 2 on target with 28% possession. So, I think some credit has to go to Arteta, honestly. He's a coach that I have noticed this season is way more willing to adjust his tactics to the opponent and to the situation. The 0-0 draw with City, I don't think that's something that Arteta would have done last season. This style of play that we had today as well, where we did press them in the build-up, but as soon as they broke the build-up, we went back into a mid to low block, and we just let them possess the ball, because we knew that Ange wasn't going to change his style. He was going to leave Ben Davies on an island, and Saka was going to kill him on that island, and that's literally how we scored the second goal. So I think Arteta has shown some tactical growth this season. Some of his in-game decisions can still be questioned at times. I think some of his starting 11s can be questioned at times. But I think the in-game solutions that he is finding this season have improved. So on that front, I think he's gotten better. I still feel like he needs to, maybe see when players are on form a bit more as far as who should start in certain games. But, I do think that tactically he has grown this season, and he showed his growth in some of the ways we've played in some of the matches this season. The second half now, if we look statistically at it, the breakdown of possession is a lot different, 51 to 49. 2 shots on target for Tottenham to 1 for us. But look at the expected goals, 1.53 to 0.36. So, on this day, this is one of the rare occasions where Arsenal did not win the expected goals game. But, of course, I will trade any day this stat right here for this one right here at the top. I would rather win the game than and have less expected goals. But that is something that has been very rare for a team to outscore Arsenal in the expected goals category. I want to say this might be only the second or third game for the whole season this has happened. So overall 62 to 38 possession, 15 shots for Tottenham to 9 for Arsenal, 3 to 2 as far as shots on target. Arsenal edged it there. Let's see. Big chances created, 4 for Spurs, 3 missed, 3 for Arsenal, 2 missed. Yeah, so that was pretty much the statistics for the Arsenal and Spurs game. As I said, Spurs had the majority of the possession, but Arsenal, I thought, with the possession, were a lot more deadly. And the second half, people, I'm going to discuss that in detail as well. So the second half, I thought Arsenal actually, as far as the football was, actually played better in the second half than the first. And we did lose the second half 2-0. So it just goes to show how crazy football can be. Really and truly, up until the 64th minute, I thought Arsenal looked like they might have been the one more likely to score in this game to make it 4-0. But, David Raya, after pretty much doing everything right up until this point, just had a moment of madness. It looked like, trying to figure out what happened. It looked like he was going to play the long diagonal to Havertz like he had been for the most. Anytime he didn't like the picture that he saw when they were pressing us, he would just go long to Havertz in that right channel, try to get the flick on, get Saka in behind. And it was set up for it. I saw Havertz, in the distance on that side, kind of close to that wing, and it looked like he was going to draw his left foot back and kick it. And for some reason, midway, it's like he changed his mind and he couldn't quite figure out how to stop his foot. And he just basically sent a nice chip pass onto Romero's chest, who did well to kind of, open his body like he was going to go to one post and put it in the other post. And that made it 3-1. So, from nothing, from nowhere, 3-0, comfortable, feeling good, feeling like we might score again before they do. That changes everything. And the crowd is up now. Luckily we were able to hold out until we gave up a penalty to Rice. Kind of unlucky, had his eyes on the ball. Davies did a good job to get to the ball first, and yeah, he did kick him late. So, it had to go to VAR to get the penalty, which was surprising. I thought Oliver would have just given it, but he must have missed that one. So yeah, Son did bury that penalty as well to make it 3-2, and it was a nail-biting end to the game. I think they played about 97, 98 minutes. So that last 10 minutes for Arsenal was really rough. But again, as I touched to what I said about the in-game management, I thought that Arteta did well to make this substitution right here. I think it was a bit forced because Odegaard was kind of struggling, but even still, to bring on Kivior and just make that, extra defender get in there as they were starting to, whipping the crosses and everything, just made a lot of sense. So, good substitution there. Martinelli, I thought, came in for Trossard, who didn't have the best game on the day, Trossard, if I'm being totally honest. But, I thought Martinelli did actually put us under some pressure at times, because it's almost like he didn't realize that we were up in the game. He was leaving Tomiyasu kind of back there on an island at times, and Tomiyasu did have a tough time today. Not even can't even go around it. 5.9 on the day. Did get his score dragged down because they counted his miss and the header has a big chance, which thought was a bit harsh. I mean, it was a whipped in ball that, you know, he could have done better with, but I don't know if it was a big chance, you know. Maybe didn't realize he had time, could have maybe just control it and try to pass it in the goal, but went for the header. Ground duels was unsuccessful, and a lot of them, you know, had decent passing accuracy, but only 33 touches, tried 19, you know, 79%. So Tomiyasu with a very low score on the day, 5.9. That Partey played well, that Rice played well, that Havertz, for me, was the man of the match. Goal and assist for him. Saka played well as well on the day. So good performance. I thought, you know, wasn't the greatest of days as far as, you know, even though we were winning the game 3-0, I thought the second half performance did give me some, until the mistake by Rhea, did give me some positive vibes, like we're just going to close it out with a clean sheet. But, you know, typical North London derby style, you know, there had to be a twist in the plot. So, you know, that goal just really made the game come alive. And, you know, that last, you know, 20, 15 minutes of the game was really, really crazy. As an Arsenal fan, just, you know, waiting to hear the narrative that, you know, we battle it and Raya's not ready, and should Ramsdale have never lost the job, and all kind of narratives that would have come out. So 3-2 to Arsenal, thank the Lord. We never have to hear about none of them something there. And yeah, it was a great performance. So let me see what the chat thought about the game. 3-2 to Arsenal, deadly in front of goal. It coming like when we get corner kick. I have a thief with expression, say the man say, yo, the man there the game. And the man say, when we get a penalty, the man say, yo, fam. Corner for Arsenal might as well be a penalty, you know. Yeah, man. The man said the corner coming like penalty for Arsenal. It's true, I think that's 16 goals from corners now. So yeah, man, we're now ramp from the corner them. Set piece coach doing thing from last season. Okay, that's the Villa. Villa sit behind the ball. If you don't allow them to set up behind the ball, then they can become easy to beat. Yeah, man. Injury them, mash them up. Red London. No, that is true. Even though we lose 2-0 in the second half, we actually play better. Great finish by Saka, man. Apart from the individual, yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. Spurs was all over us, like, you know, not so much before we score, but like once we did score, it was like inevitable them was going to score back. That is true about the tactical and the changing and the playing for the opponent sometime. Yeah, Wenger would have never do them thing there. I think it's a part of the reason why we never win the Champions League. Yeah. To be honest though, City, it might be better against City to just play like Tottenham play. They say Spurs are beat City. That is true, actually. Stats don't matter right now at all. No, it's not next. Them have somebody in between the Tottenham game. I forget right now who it is. Soon tell you. We're gonna look on the fixtures in a minute. They play Spurs. Yeah, it's the second to last game. Yeah, exactly. Same day. They say we get complacent. Yeah, Spurs have Chelsea, then them have City. Spurs have a mad running, you know. Them not play. I think them play Wolves next, you know, Brent. Feel like them play Wolves first, and then them play Fulham, and then them play Spurs, and then them play whoever them have last, or West Ham. Then them play West Ham last. Them end Spurs and West Ham. After them last two. And Wolves and Fulham next. Yeah, see Chile, I tell you that. Yeah, man. Spurs. So Villa, even though Villa draw, that draw was a good draw, based on who Spurs have to play. So I know Spurs have the wickedest run in. So Arsenal get the 3-2 result, people. We get it. Kai Havertz, not no 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. So the last game for the weekend. Oh boy. Man, them let me down, Star. So how that game did it go? A 3-1 me did say. Fresh God say it was going to draw. Bad mind. Ryan bad mind. 2-2 him say. Max City said 2-2 as well. So just me and Demo and Duckland predict that one the correct. Everybody else said that match was going to draw. At least nobody never say it was going to lose. Alright, the next game was Man City and Nottingham Forest. So this one, people, sadly, ended up 2-0. Vardiel continuing to score more goals than a lot of strikers. Scored in the 32nd minute. Actually, a brilliant header from a corner. Good spring, good speed to get to it first. And then Erling Haaland with a clean finish in the 71st minute. But the man only had such a clean finish because the coach of Forest just never want to sub off Murillo. The man basically a limp and can't mark the man. And Haaland do him like a dead shoulder drop and get open. Sure. But yes, people, this game, Nottingham Forest try. They played decent in this game. There's plenty games City been playing lately where the other team don't get any momentum at all. It's just blue. You'd just say only blue. But as you can see, they did have their spells where they, at least attack Manchester City. And they created some gilt-edged chances as well. That's even Murillo, had a chance inside the 6-yard box, basically. I don't know how the man put that over. Then Chris Wood had 2 big chances as well. And if anything was going to fall to anybody on this day, I would have said, please make the chance and fall to this brother. And the man, oh my gosh, man, I don't know how. The one in the first half, when they put it back across the box and him just like barely touch the ball, slice it, whiff on it. Second half one, no purchase on it at all after the good cross. I don't know, brother. Man, you needed that victory from Arsenal. Why? Yeah, man, them dead. All that matters. Yeah, Haaland did do his thing today when he came on. That is true. Can't go around it. But I still feel like if the coach just take off the man, he wouldn't have so much space to soccer. Not even know him there do leading up to the pass for him get. It's like him see Haaland peel off to the right and him go away from Haaland and give him more space. Like, I don't understand. Like the injury was in his brain as well. Cricket bat. Basic Simalik. No, a couple of times them him can't even hit the 6. Him just get ball. It's like, I don't know. Interesting thing about City game was versus Walker too much miss. Yo, say Walker really him get dealt with a couple times well, right as the match start, him set the tone and just dribble past him, and go down there, And even that one there, the boy Williams, the man, all him have to do a side foot that, Big up yourself, Nicara Media House. Definitely check out. Me see you on the on Pressure Show today. So big up yourself, brother. Yeah, man, I'm gonna subscribe to your channel as well. Never really know your channel and thing, but I'm gonna subscribe and go and follow the thing. Yeah, man. Respect for the view and like the video. That's right. Chris Wood disappointed football. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Chris Wood want a dull cutlass chop him. City was never gonna lose that game, even if Forest scored 5. Boy, you never know, you know. But even you're probably right, because as Chris Wood score in the first half, he equalize, boom, De Bruyne do something. Goal. Fresh I dead with laugh. Yeah. So, man, I tell you, Nottingham Forest let me down, star. 3 big chances, they missed the whole of them. You can't play City and miss big chance, man. Can't do that. I want to see Chris Wood. Look there, 6.0. And you know why? 2 big chance miss. Cha-cha. And the man and the commentator too, you know. I mean, I watch the game and I listen to the commentary, you know, which I don't really like for doing, you know, but I listen it and the man say something about Chris Wood have the best conversion rate out of something. I mean, I say, yo. And as almost right as soon as the man get the chance, the first one, he might talk about this conversion rate, something. And then the man just miss every chance after that. Cheese and peas. No, come here, I wonder. They must register that one there as the big chance. I don't know how the man missed that, you know. Only did see the chance where Murillo missed too. How close to the goal him there. Chris Wood let down the world to them, man. Anybody who is not a City fan get let down today. I tell you that. Yeah, man. I see the left side there, them there going good. And Hudson Odoi, 2 of them are going good today. Gibbs White did look quiet today for him. Normally more involved, you know. But that left winger, yeah, man, and give them problems, man. And for all the problems where Walker get to them, still get a high score. 3 tackle. But look there, 3-time dribble pass. I'm sure say Aina do at least 2 of them there. I know Hudson do it a couple times or 1 time as well. Vardiol was the man of the match statistically. Goal, 8.2 for him. De Bruyne right there as well. 2 assists for De Bruyne, as usual. Goal contribution master, you know. Haaland came on in the 62nd minute for Grealish. Didn't take long to score, about what, 9 minutes? I think he took, 9 minutes to score his goal. When it touches, 18 touches. Enough touch that for him still. 18. Sometimes the man they play the whole match and get all 8. Yeah, it was a lot more involved today when he came on. I thought Kovacic coming on as well kind of calmed down the game for City, you know. Doku was pretty quiet in that first half, so Pep switch it up and get a little more control in the midfield. Kovacic, you know, Doku just never really get a chance to run at people in that first half, so maybe Pep realized that the game plan or the spaces that Doku really like to take on wasn't really there. So I'm going to change up the midfield, get a little more control, bring on Kovacic, bring on Kovacic, can free up Bernard a little more, make him roam some more and get some time out on the wing if he wants some time out there. And, you know, De Bruyne and him can, just kind of make it a little more fluid as opposed to just having one wing on that side. So, yeah. Pep just made a nice little tweak there for calm down Forest, because the first half the Forest deserve to get a goal, brother. Believe me. So maybe even 2. I tell you, man, commentator curse kill him, man. Coming like when I watch basketball and when the playoffs and The man say, yo, this man don't miss a free throw in the last 27 or something like that. And no one gonna miss that one there when him shoot it. Yeah, man, Chris Wood should have gave you at least a good 13 points today if him just do him job. Yeah, man, race them mad, man. But if pull up the league table right now. Yeah, man, Kovacic a baller though. But like, if you look on Kovacic as a baller, him have City written all over the way him play. Like him have that cerebral way where him play, and him understand space, and him understand like, you know, when to show, when to get out of the pocket. You know, like him understand football on that level. So it make perfect sense for him go play for Pep and in that system. It had to work. It had to work. All right. So as me see Damien reference down in the chat. So good win for City before we move on. Can't go around it. Good win for them. 2-0. They got the result they need. Of course, their destiny is in their hands. As long as they keep getting 3 points, they will be 4-time consecutive champions in the Premier League. So, you know, they need to drop some points if the Gunners are going to win this league this season. And, you know, I'm not really going to bet on it right now or at all. But if I was betting on it, it would be very tough to bet against City because we've just seen them do it so many times, you know. But hey, the games have to be played. You never know. You never know, people. All right, so let's have a look at the current league table. So this league table, people, looking tight. All right, so let's see. All right, so here's the league table, people. As you know, Sheffield United now out of there. They have 3 games remaining. The most they can get to is 25 points. As you can see, 17th, Nottingham Forest, safe from relegation, on 26. So mathematically impossible for Sheffield to make it. So let's say a word for them. Wish them all the best in the championship. And the grind starts sometime in August to get right back to the Premier League in that grueling championship season. 46 games. All right. 19th place is Burnley, still in the relegation zone. But as you can see, a win and a Forest lost in the next round of fixtures, and they will jump right out of that zone. So, as I said earlier, kudos to Burnley for even being in this conversation at this point. They have gotten 6 points from their last 5 games. And for their form, that is huge. You know, before then, they would have had 18 over their last 29. So, you know, that's a big improvement over the last 5 games, 6 games to get that many points. And that puts them, you know, at least with a glimmer of hope to get out of this relegation zone if they can get some help from Nottingham Forest. Luton, same situation or similar situation to Burnley, but a bit closer. Of course, they are minus 29 on the goal difference, so tying with Nottingham Forest won't do much for them. But if they can find a way to get 3 points versus Everton, who they host on Friday, this game, people, I think is going to be the biggest game for Luton in this entire season. Because, you know, depending on who they have next, after that, I can't see an opportunity better than this to get 3 points. Luton at home to Everton. And I know Everton coming off some victories and, you know, look to be getting some results lately, but surely that home game is one that they look at and say, boy, we need to win that game here. We need to win that game here. Yeah. So Luton, Everton coming up next, but they're on 25 points. Nottingham Forest on 26. Brentford, Everton, Palace, Fulham, all these teams safe from relegation and probably too far off from any European aspirations as well. So, you know, it's really 3-team race for that one safety spot. Of course, Forest is safe currently, but as I said before, Forest has a game against Sheffield, so that looks good for them on paper. Sheffield have nothing to really play for but pride, and they will be playing in front of their home crowd. So, let's see how that turns out. It can go one of two ways. They can have that freedom of knowing that they can't really, their fate is sealed, and they can just go out there and be free and play. Or they can play it like, dang, we're not going to make it, and we just, what's the purpose? So let's see how that turns out, Everton, Luton, as I said, big game. Luton will want to get the 3 points to get out the relegation zone. But Burnley as well can get the 3 points and get out as well. But they have a sterner test with Newcastle coming to town on Saturday. As we move up the table, people, let's take a look at those with aspirations for Europe. So we have that last Champions League spot, Aston Villa with 3 to play on 67 points. Spurs have a lot more games left to play, but we know the schedule, people. They play Chelsea. They play Manchester City, and they play Liverpool as well. So crazy schedule with those games in hand. You would think they'd have the upper hand or the advantage, but that's why they say the points mean more than the games in hand, because you never know who those games in hand will be against. And since we do know who they're against, that kind of lessens that advantage of the games in hand. So they have a 7-point gap right now. I'm not sure if they'll be able to close. As I was saying earlier, Aston Villa has Brighton next, and Brighton has not been in the best of form lately. So, I kind of would like Villa's chances to at least get some kind of result there, even if it's just a point. And let's see, Chelsea does play Tottenham on Thursday, and Tottenham will have another game on the weekend. So they'll have a grueling schedule coming up. So we'll see how that plays out for Tottenham. Let's see, Manchester United on 34 with 34 games played with 54 points. They have Crystal Palace up next on Monday. Next Monday that is. And I think we were asking earlier, is CL still there? So CL mathematically is not even there. They have 4 games left and they can only get 12 points. So they can't get the CL. Now, as far as the Europa League is concerned, I guess there's definitely a mathematical chance, especially when you factor in the games that we know Spurs have to play. They could, struggle to get a lot of points in these games coming up. I just need them to get 3 or 1 versus City. That's the main objective, please, Spurs. That don't even sound right, me asking Spurs for anything. Newcastle, 53 points. They have 4 games left to play, so they would still have aspirations to get to that 5th place spot as well. West Ham, 3 games left. There it's probably going to be tough for them to get to that Europa League spot. The Conference League, though, however, could be something that they can get. Let's see. Yeah, so I would say Chelsea, from Chelsea up, any of those teams can get that Conference League spot. My money right now would be on Newcastle to finish 6th. I think Manchester United will drop down 1 more spot before it's done and finish on 7th place and just outside of Europe. And you'll have Man U, Chelsea, both missing out on Europe this season, I think. That's what I think, people. Yeah. I think Newcastle is playing with some freedom right now, and they could continue to get some good results. And I think what someone said earlier in the chat, that Man U look like they're playing for the FA Cup final only, might actually make some sense. So here is the race for the title, people. So of course, 3-horse race, you have Liverpool 75 points, now 35. So they definitely dropped a little bit further away from winning that title. You have Manchester City, all they do is win. 5 in a row now, 79 points. Still with that game in hand on Arsenal, who have 80 points. Goal difference still 7 apart, but getting a little bit tighter there. You have one loss, that big loss to Aston Villa sandwich around 4 wins. So next up for both teams, Bournemouth at home in the early kickoff on Saturday, and Manchester City will host Wolves in the 12:30 kickoff Eastern. So yeah, that is what's going to be on top for the Premier League next week. Hopefully we can continue to get these 3 points, and we need a favor from one of these teams. Hopefully Wolves can do something. Where say Spurs to help us win the league. No, I'm not deaf. It was hard for me. Say Spurs are gonna do anything for anybody. Points against Everton is a huge if. That is true. That is true. Yeah, this is a huge if for real. Tell you. Yeah, man. All right, so that is the Premier League roundup. And before we finish off the Premier League altogether, people, let's take a look at the standings. Or not take a look. I'll tell you how the standings went for the picks. So there were 2 participants that only got 2 games right out of the 10. And that was Fresh God and Max City. So you guys get donkeys of the week for your picks. Not very good there. Duckland Stennett just avoided this dubious title by getting 3 correct. So he went 3 and 7. So 3 correct and 7 wrong. Demo and Ryan, true Liverpool brothers, got the same amount of games correct and wrong. 4 correct and 6 wrong. And as it should be, Jason Gooner had the best score this week. Had 6 correct games, 4 wrong, and I had the only correct score for the week, which was the 2-2 West Ham Liverpool match. So big up myself, Jason Gooner, for being the prediction boss for the week. So yes, get used to that happening, people. That will happen a lot. Yeah, man. So remember, people, if you're first time viewing, give a thought to subscribing to the channel. Yes, we're trying to grow the channel organically. We just put out football content when we can, live show form. I'm going to start to put out some shorter form videos as well. Some people have been asking me to do so. So I feel like I've been tweaking and working on how I can make those shorter videos nice to watch. So I'm going to try my hand at some of those in the very near future here. Just try to break down for those. Just give people different ways to learn the channel. Maybe not everybody knows about the live show culture and everything. So some people just like to watch the shorter form videos. So we're going to create some of that content as well, because we don't want to miss out on anybody that might like to listen to football. So yeah, man, we're going to look out for those people. Definitely, if you are subscribed, make sure you hit that notification and turn on all, right? So you can see anytime I'm doing any kind of content, you will be quick to know that it's going, so you can get in the building and drop your likes. Yeah, man. We say, look on Liverpool farm, it's horrible. Yeah, man. It's not good reading at all for the Liverpool fans. For me, I like it. Solanke masterclass, hopefully. Hopefully not. West Ham drawing with City on the last day. Float. I think between Spurs and West Ham, that is where I think the best chance lies. Spurs and West Ham to end the season for City to drop points. Normal winning will resume next match game. I doubt it, Duckland. I doubt it. Nobody play no more week injured though, because trust me, you soon get dropped. Bro, I'm telling you, Spurs gonna do it. They're gonna hate it, but it is written. Yeah, that would be so fitting, man. Like if Spurs Like, I kind of hope Spurs beat Chelsea so that like them can be close to getting top 4, and them can say, boy, we win to, because the fans, it would be so funny if the Spurs fans did get that win there over City, forget top 4, but that win they make we win the league. That would have been just such the most Spurs thing for happen. Yeah, man. Yo, Brent, you're onto something, it's written. That sounds Spursy. Yeah, man. All right, so Premier League, that's a wrap for the Premier League people. So, what more I do know, before I close off the show for the night, I spend a little bit of time and just go through some of the ball of them from Jamaica we play this weekend, right? And give them some credit and big them up. So, yeah, we have seen basically the Reggae Boyz, how they fared that play in the Premier League. We did Bobby. We did. Yeah, man, like the video, people. Share the video. Share the content. Share the channel. Let people know that Jason Gooner TV have a channel. And yeah, they should subscribe and come reason about some football from time to time, all right, so first thing more do people want to take a look into the championship over in England. Some big news, something that made me very, very happy that I saw. One of our players, well, one player that has played for us, another one that almost played for us and hopefully will still play for us in the future, play in the championship for a team that was a bit too close for comfort to the relegation zone. And they had a game this weekend that I think was crucial in them potentially staying in the championship for another season. And that, of course, people, is Deshaun Bernard. So he was a returning starter to the lineup for Sheffield Wednesday. Of course, the last time he would have played a match would have been in the Nations League in that third place match against Panama. And he came back in right where he left off with a 7.0 performance. So let's look at his game in detail, people. So Deshaun Bernard playing the left side in that back 3 system. Very comfortable on the left or the right, if we're being totally honest, people. Very versatile player back there. 86 minutes played, did come off in the 87th minute. It wasn't an injury or anything. I do think that the coach just wanted the crowd to give him a big round of applause to come off the pitch. He had a really good game. 4 clearances, 3 interceptions, 2 tackles, 3 for 4 on his ground duels, 2 for 2 on his aerial duels. So very clean, winning the ball. 6 possession loss, no fouls committed, and was fouled once. Had 40 touches on the ball, 88% possession, always very clean in possession, good distributor of the ball. 0 for 1 on his long passes. So yeah, solid return for Deshaun Bernard. And as you can see, people, if we take a look at the standings, that win did get Sheffield Wednesday, right out of the relegation zone on 50 points. Now, all is not over. They do have 1 game left. Birmingham, of course, if they get that win, would leapfrog them into out of that relegation zone. But Plymouth, if they were to lose, Sheffield were to lose, and Birmingham were to win, then Plymouth would be the 3rd team going down, and Birmingham and Sheffield Wednesday would be safe. So there are some scenarios where Sheffield Wednesday would go down, but I want to think that getting this result in the second to last game was huge, to just not have that big pressure of the last day, needing to get 3 points to stay alive. I would think right now, as it stands, if you get a draw in the last game, you are good to go. You cannot be in that bottom 3 if you get a draw in the last game. So hopefully they can pull out that in the last one. Let's just take a quick peek and see who they have their last game against. So their last game will be against Sunderland, people. So today was their last home game. They have 1 game left against Sunderland, And like I said, if they get a draw, they will still be in the championship. Let's see. I don't believe our boy Bailey got any game time today, but let me just double check. I didn't see him run out or anything. No, yeah. So I saw right, he did not play. So Bailey did not get a run out today, but again, just really, really happy to see Deshaun Bernard back. I think that any team that Jamaica assembles right now, he should be one that is included in whatever squad that we bring. So just very happy that he is back from his injury and back playing and back with a very good performance. And his team was able to get the 3 points. So that's huge. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. If they dare score a goal. Bernard back from injury. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, so he had like a muscle injury. It was something that kept flaring up, like, right, he would train, and then you would get through the training, but then it would always flare up towards the end of the week. So he just could never get fully fit enough to play. And it's one of those things where maybe he could have played like some weeks ago and even like tested it right after the break, but they just didn't want it to become something more major. So they went ahead and put him down, took his time with it, and thankfully, he's getting some game time before the season ends. But it was some kind of muscular injury, nothing, no tear or anything like that, but a high level strain, I guess you could say. Yeah, so good work there, Deshaun Bernard. So another player who has represented us in friendlies before, and we definitely would want to represent us in the future as well, would be Omari Hutchinson, and he had quite a day against Hull in this 2-2 draw. So in this match here, Omari Hutchinson, as you can see, it ended 3-3, quite a crazy match. He had 2 goals, one in injury time in the first half, and then another in the second half, almost carbon copies of each other. 2 brilliant left foot strikes. Let's look at his game by the numbers here. Of course, Ipswich Town fighting for that automatic promotion to the Premier League. But Omari played on the left and right at times today, or not today, yesterday, I should say. He had 2 goals in his 90 minutes, of course, 57 touches, lost the ball only 12 times, 25 of 31 for 81%, had 3 key passes as well. So very good distribution on the day. 0 for 1 on crosses, 1 for 2 on the long passes. He had 4 shots on target, 1 off target, and 3 blocks. So he was firing shots. Let's see, 2 for 3 on his dribbles. He did miss 1 big chance as well, so could have had the hat trick. Really, yeah, tough one there, not scoring that. 7 for 14 on his ground duels, 0 for 1 on his aerials. Let's see, 2 fouls committed, was fouled 5 times, once offside, and he was dribble past 3 times. So, even with 3 dribble pass, you can tell his offensive output was really mad to get a 8.8. So big performance, won the man of the match again. So, that's quite a few now he's racked up on the season. And actually, speaking of his season, I remember he set a target. He wanted to try to get 10 and 10. So 20 goal contributions. Right now, he's on 9 and 5, which is 14. So looks like he's going to fall just a little bit short. I believe they have 2 games left. Let's go ahead and check the standings at the top of the table now. Leicester and Leeds right now in those 2 promotion spots, but Ipswich have a game in hand and on the same amount of points as Leeds. I know one of those games in hand will be against our boys from Coventry. And let's see. Actually, let me just look at the matches overall in the championship. So we have fixtures here. So these are the games that are left. Some teams have 2, some have 1 game. So if you look here, these are the 4 teams that have 2 games left. Preston, Leicester, Coventry, and Ipswich. Of course, Leicester already promoted. They know that they will be up next year. Whether they win the league or not is still up for grabs, but they are promoted for sure. Coventry and Ipswich there have that game as well in midweek, and then next weekend all will kick off Sunday morning at 7:30. Actually, the fourth would be Saturday morning. Sorry, at 7:30. And let's see, Ipswich has Huddersfield, Leeds has Southampton. Wow, so that should be a big ending there. Let's check in with our boys. Sheffield, as I said earlier, have Sunderland. They have to worry about Birmingham, who play Norwich, so that would be a tough game for Birmingham. And then Plymouth as well is around there. They play Hull. So let's just check the standings one more time. Leicester, Leeds, Ipswich, Southampton, who I thought I had picked Leicester and Southampton to get the automatic. And I thought Ipswich would have to fight through the playoff. But as of right now, they really are in the driver's seat. If they can just get that win in midweek against Coventry, who have kind of been floundering of late, down to ninth when they had dreams of getting into that sixth spot as well at one point. So yeah, I think right now Leicester in the driver's seat. They have 2 games to play in first now. If they can get a win in the next match, they would have secured the first and the title in the championship as well. Leeds and Ipswich look like they're going to be battling it out for second. Southampton now can only do the best they can do is fourth. So they'll be in fourth pretty much. And they'll know who they face at the end of the season. It can be one of West Brom or Norwich at this point. Yeah, even if Hull wins, they wouldn't really jump over them in goal difference. Very unlikely. Wait, 79, 63 and 64. Yeah, no. Norwich should be okay there. And West Brom, if West Brom 16, wow, the goal difference close. So if West Brom draw and Norwich lose, they'll jump over and play Southampton in the playoff, and then Norwich will play Ipswich currently if it stay that way. But as of right now, I'm gonna have to switch up what I thought, obviously, because Leicester and Southampton can't do it. I am gonna say that Ipswich does get the 2 results that they want. A win against Coventry and another win to end the season. And they finish second to Leicester, who I believe will get at least 1 more win to put them on 97. And they'll finish on either 97 or 100. I think maybe 98, a win and a draw. I think Ipswich get a win and a draw to get on 94. And I think Leeds ends on 93. So yeah, I think that's how it will end. Leeds will finish third. I have to go to the playoff. I think Ipswich and Leicester will get the automatic when it's all said and done. Yeah, that's what I think. So Omari with a big performance there. Big performance there. Of course, in the championship as well, we have our baller Jamal Lowe. So let's see how he did in his appearance. The coach lately has been using him as a super sub, and nothing changed in this one. Off the bench, 7.4 for Jamal. No goals or assists, but was very active off the bench. 1 shot on target, 1 shot block, 2 for 3 dribbles, 14 touches in his limited time, 6 for 8 passing, 75%, 2 for 3 ground duels, 3 possession loss, 1 block shot, and 1 clearance off the line as well. That was a 2-all draw for Swansea, who pretty comfortable in the table. Norwich, of course, as you know, in the playoff spot, so really wanted the 3 points there, but Swansea did well to keep them down. Sargent having a great season at another goal on his belt. Let's see if Berhalter picks him again. Yes, so that is Jamal Lowe in the champ. So let's go back to So that is it for the championship, people. It's a long time when I check the ball here, See if I'm even up. on the bench anymore. A long time the coach and I rate the man, you know. Yeah, so West Harding, man, not get no more game from long time. Man, no play from February, bro. Rough. From the man scored a own goal against Ipswich. Coach not play him again. Jaja. He wasn't even on the bench for like the whole March? April now him start to by the bench. John no star. I like for ask the man coach what him do. Not even doing badly this year. 6.83, 24, 21 start, make a team of the week, 3 goal. Man score a own goal and get dropped forever. Rough. So that's West. Don't believe DJ getting any game either. Let me see. Stoke, 18th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure DJ never get no game. Wasn't even on the bench, but I'm going to double check because I think I checked already, which I did. Bench, nope. Nope. Oh, that's not him. This is them. Yeah, still not there. Lewis Baker get a run out. Lewis Baker star. I don't know if that man they even business about nothing. Could I use a baller like that though? It's not a midfielder, you know. Alright, so I think that's all the people that I want to check on in the champ. Obviously, a lot of Jamaican heritage players in this league, but I will not look for all of them in one go. Stick to the ones that I know have or are very close to having documentation to represent. So Portsmouth, congrats to them. 1. So this league season is now complete. Derby and Portsmouth going up. We have Bolton taking on Barnsley in the playoff and Oxford versus Peterborough. So that's one of the worst things could happen, people. We have two teams in this league that we kind of care about and look out for playing each other in the playoffs. So that's Peterborough and Oxford. So one thing I want to check is their last game of the season. Oxford, that is. And Greg Lee did not start in this one, but he came on in the end for one of the Murphy twins. And he would have been playing a bit further up the pitch for this 10 minutes. 1 ground duel, 1 attempted, 1 aerial, 1 attempted, 4 touches, 2 for 3 passing. So yeah, didn't do much, didn't have much time. But congratulations to Oxford for, in the end, getting into the playoffs. And of course, they will be facing, as you see here, Peterborough. Those games will not take place until... Oh, that's actually next week. So yeah, there's no time. Just playing 1 week. May 4th. So that's next Saturday. That should be a cracker there. And then you have Peterborough. Let's see how their last match went. Had a big game from one of the players that I think should be considered for the national team at the moment is Malik Muddersill. Had a brace on the day. So a big performance to end the season. 90 minutes played, 2 goals, 4 shots on target. He did miss a big chance as well, so could have had the hat-trick. 31 touches, 13 for 19 on his passes, 0 for 1 crosses, 1 for 2 long balls. long passes, no Diddy. 0 for 5 ground duels, 0 for 2 on his aerials, 14 possession loss, 2 fouls, and he was dribbled past once. So Malik Madasil, definitely a good end to the season, getting more and more minutes, basically forced his way into the starting team on the back of his EFL trophy displays, getting them to the final and eventually winning that. So in total of the 46 on the season, 22 played, 8 starts, minutes per game going up weekly, 3 goals on the season, and also had 3 assists. So 6 contributions in 22, not bad at all. 8 starts, and definitely the majority of those would have been coming towards the end of the season. So kudos to Malik Madasil for really, growing into the season and currently now giving the manager some headaches because obviously, Johnson Clark Harris, another potential representative, is there already. The veteran, proven goal scorer. Also, another one that's Jamaica eligible. Don't know how far along or even interested he is, but I do know that he has the background to represent Jamaica is Ephraim Mason Clark. So he played 88 minutes today, had an assist on one of the goals. 41 touches. He missed a big chance as well. So, this is a player that ever since I found out about him, it's pretty easy to track him because we have so many players in this team that could play for us. So, a very tricky player on that wing, powerful, strong player and everything, but, good speed. Just overall a solid player. Can play the left or the right side. Good player, quality player, having a good season as well. One of the better players in League One this season. I want to say he made the team of the season. As you can see, pretty much started all the games. 42 starts out of his 43 games. So only missed 3 games in a long season. 14 goals and 7 assists. So really putting in the work. Part of the team of the season as well. So I think he might even be nominated for player of the season as well. So yeah, definitely of the 3 players that are eligible for us, as I said before, I don't know which one of them are further along. If all 3 have documents, if none of them have documents, I don't know for sure. But I do know that all 3 can play for us. So, and they're all 3 very good players, different age ranges. Now, of course, Madasil being really young, only 19. I think how old is Mason Clark? I think he's 24 or 23. Let me just go back and double check. Mason Clark is 25. All right, cool. And I know Johnson Clark Harris should be closer to 30, I believe. 29 at least. Yeah, 29. He'll be 30 in a couple of months, July. Yeah, so that's Johnson Clark Harris. Got a little bit of time, but Malik Madasil stole the show on this day right here. Let's take a look at the standings again. So we have Peterborough, Oxford, and of course the third team that made it to the playoffs with 2 more representatives. One who has already represented, one who I thought was going to represent us the last window, but apparently had a few last-minute issues with the paperwork, is Devante Cole and John Russell. So let's look at their last game that they played before the playoff. It was against Northampton, who recently signed another reggae boy, Liam Moore. And I think Liam Moore actually got injured, sadly, in one of his first few games he was playing. Haven't really seen him playing since then. But yeah, this was the lineup for Barnsley on the day. Devante Cole did get the start. No John Russell, though. And John Russell wasn't even on the bench as well. So need to do a little check on Russell and make sure that it's nothing too serious going on with him. write that down to check, people. Yeah, forgive me, I should have checked this earlier, so I'd known I would have had that info for you, but I'll bring it back to the people. This is Devante Cole's game. Did get a goal last week, which was his first in a long time. Played 83 this time. 2 shots on target, 20 touches, lost the ball 8 times, 8 for 12 passing, 0 for 1 ground duels, 3 for 8 on his aerials, was offside twice, and he had 1 clearance for 6.5. So not the greatest statistical output on the day. Did put himself about, did work hard, get some touches pretty much all over the width of the pitch. Did drop a little deeper into midfield as well when it was necessary. So industrious performance, but not any output, so to speak, for Devante Cole. And I will do some checks on John Russell and see what's going on with him, why he didn't even make the bench in this one. So good luck to all the boys that will be taking part in these English playoffs. Of course, in the League One, we have 3 teams with some Jamaicans on them: Peterborough, Oxford, and Barnsley. And then in the Championship, of course, Amari Hutchinson, we're hoping doesn't have to take part in the playoffs and he'll get that automatic promotion. Of course, he's not owned by Ipswich, but we still want to see him be a part of a team that got promoted. So, yeah, hopefully they can, pull out that spot over Leeds so that they don't have to go through the rigors of the playoffs, right? One eye on the June start to the window. Absolutely. Yep, and Sheffield Wednesday, just get a point and good, all right? Get a point. Don't lose. Don't lose. Rotherham is gone. Huddersfield still holding out hope somehow. No, it's impossible for them, really. Yeah, Huddersfield is done as well. So Birmingham is the only one that can get out. Even if Huddersfield was to win, they wouldn't pass Plymouth. Goal difference is too far apart. Yeah, so it's a wrap for them. All right, so that is that, people. So somebody that I haven't checked in a while, people, because as you know, the last window he was suspended, just made a loan move to Serbia, and right now they're in their relegation and promotion round in their respective leagues. But in the relegation round is Trevante Stewart's club Javor, and Javor drew 1-1 with IMT today. Trevante Stewart scoring a good goal in the 11th minute. I did get a chance to see it on video, and it was a good goal actually. Got control of the ball, worked it onto the right foot, and took a nice strike that just beat the keeper for pace. Right to the near post. Just some strong power on that shot from Trevante Stewart. But this was his game by the numbers today. 85 minutes played with a goal, 2 shots on target, 2 for 4 in dribbles, 6 for 8 passing, 27 touches, lost the ball 15 times, 4 of 15 ground duels, 2 of 4 in the aerial duels, 3 fouls, was foul once, 2 offsides, 1 tackle and 1 dribble pass for Trevante Stewart. So probably his best game since he's been in Serbia, and as you can see, did have a 7.4 in one of the games earlier, and a 7.2 in another. So now he has 2 goals on the season for them. Let's just pull up the season stats in the Superliga in Serbia, averaging a 6.68. So would love to see him bring that up a little more before the season ends. 12 games played, 11 started, 2 goals right now, and no assists yet. So 2 contributions in 12, or 2 goals, I should say, in 12. Took him a little while, I think, to get used to his teammates and everything, but his performances have progressively started to look a little bit better, and he might be running into some form towards the end of this season. So let's check the I want to see something here. Matches. Yeah, so all these games are against teams in that relegation round, and this team here, Vozdavac, excuse me, they have a player that would be familiar to a lot of us. Just happened to be looking up some other players, and the other day, and I say, how is Junior Flemings doing this year? And people, I was pleasantly surprised. Like, he's having a good season in the Serbian league, 7.02 average. 23 games played, starts 19, made a team of the week, plays about 70 minutes. He has 7 goals on the season, so not bad, and 2 assists. So 9 contributions in 23. So, not terrible, not terrible. We have other players around the world that get called up and they don't have stats like this. But I think Junior Flemings is just one of those players that make people head hurt them. But to be totally honest, I mean, should we be looking at maybe giving him a chance? He has gone overseas. He's playing in a league. Yes, it's the Serbian league, but it's not the lowest quality in the world. The Serbian league isn't that bad. It's a good league. It's a very good league. And, he's doing his thing. He's averaging 7 out of 10. He's putting up some decent numbers, playing that wing role for the most part. If you look at his heat map, most of his touches are wide right and some wide left, some in the center as well, but it's very heavily concentrated to the wings. So he's getting these numbers from a wing position or a wide midfield position. So, am I going to get beaten for bringing this up? I don't know. But him not play badly, people. Just have to be honest. Problem is, where is he gonna be? Because this loan done when this season done? Don't appear because it's supposed to be up in the summer. Right, let me check something. Yeah, so people, let me know in the comment section. Is it just that this player has just gone out of sight, out of mind? Like, is there anything that he could do to maybe change how you feel and want to bring him back in the fold? Because I mean, based on production and the level that he's playing, he at least has to be in the conversation. I'm not saying that he must make a team or anything like that. I'm just saying, if we're being fair, that he's doing enough to at least be in the conversation, Current club. Okay, so there's an option to buy. Yeah, so it expires June 30 with an option to buy. And if he doesn't get bought, he goes back to Salernitana until June 30, 2026. Yeah, I remember talking about this earlier. So it's an option to buy, not an obligation. And they have not triggered that yet. Well, Salernitana look like they might get relegated. So if him go back there, actually wouldn't mind that, Just go play Serie B and see how that go. Yeah, that's the next player I was gonna go to fresh. Norman Campbell. Because to lose. Oh, you're talking about Flemings. No. I was talking about, I know we were talking about Flemings before, but when I was talking about option to buy, I was talking about Trevante's contract. Not Junior Flemings. Oh, so Junior is on loan as well. And okay, let me look on Flemings. What Flemings' issues are. 28 now. Whoa. Me, I get old. All right, so he joined September expires then on loan from Toulouse. But him Toulouse contract done, basically done when this loan done. So them just loan him out until him contract done. Jeez. Rough. Yeah, me did I talk about Flemmer, but my mind did think about Trevante Stewart thing too. Yeah, I'm overs now. Yeah, so Junior Flemings people, let me know in the comment section if you're not watching live. Am I going crazy here? At least deserve a look in. Just scout the player and see if you like what you see, because he's on a decent form. But looking over in that same league as well, Norman Campbell, his club actually doing a bit better than the others. They're actually in that championship round, whereas everybody else is in the relegation round, like the Flemings and the Stewarts. So let's see what Campbell has been doing this season. Also having a decent season, 6.97. 26 games played, 11 starts. So not as permanent a starter as Flemings has been, 51 minutes per game, and does have one team of the week as well. 3 goals and 4 assists. So 7 contributions, not bad at all. These are his most recent games. Had a goal on the 14th of April, 2 assists in this game on the 6th of April with a high score of 8.8. So, getting some good output in this kind of end to the season here. This was the first game. Looks like they're progressing nicely in the Serbian Cup as well. So, looks like Norman Campbell plays on a team that's a bit higher up in the league. And while not a starter, does pretty much play all the games. He's played 26 in the league, and I think they have played 26 games. So, once he's fit, looks like he missed this one here and these two, so it might have had some issues with fitness. But typically for him, once he's available, he's gonna play. And he's doing pretty good as well. So is that another one that we have to kind of look at? One day, people, I need to just sit down and I'm gonna try to create maybe a 60-man pool like myself, because I thought the last time we had that pool there were some wasted names on there, and when things started to go haywire with the injuries and everything towards the end, we were scrambling to fill out the 23. So yeah, Sherman Scott has no time for, I don't know which one. Maybe it's Norman Campbell or Junior Flemings. I'm not sure. One of them. So now Norman Campbell that on the screen. Locking up, I think he has found his place in your club. He's at signs him. Yeah, I mean, this club seems to like him and they play him a lot. So yeah, and he's doing well. So maybe he does need to just stay there. Be a star there, or try to be. Yeah, them not talk about the cup, but let me see. Oh, them I play the big side in the final. May 23rd. Mad. Hopefully him can win a trophy. Make sure my favorite this so I can try watch it. Alright, cool. So yeah, that's Norman Campbell. Another player that I haven't really given much time to in these lately, Kahim Paris, playing over in is it Latvia? No, Azerbaijan for Saba. So let's see one thing right away, people. So In the Premier League over there, Saba is in 5th. All right, so right in the middle of the pack. And let's see. Excuse me. I get tired, people. And let's see. 7.07 Kaheem Paris. Very good, actually. Predominantly playing on the right-hand side, it looks like. 26 played, 18 started. 4 goals and 5 assists. So not bad. 9 goal contributions. Starting most of the time. And let's see. Key pass a game. Like we see that a little higher. Yeah, so Kaheem getting his game time. Playing in Azerbaijan. Now 24 years old, so still young. But approaching that age where we'd want to see him getting closer to his peak. Recent fixtures has been on fire, really, in terms of his production. The bulk of his season's production really coming at the end of this part of the season. Of course, he's on loan from Dynamo Kiev. And yeah, if you look at from the end of February or middle of February till now, the bulk of his production has come from then. So really finding his feet now. Had some good performances here, especially the 2 games ago. This performance with a goal and an assist, his highest score for the season. So Paris definitely finding form at the right time, leading into these crucial stage or this crucial time for the Reggae Boyz with the World Cup Qualifiers and the Gold Cup. Not the Gold Cup, the Copa America coming up soon. Let me see here. I'm just checking something with his contract as well. Curious to see. Okay, so he has a contract until 2026 with Kiev. All right, cool. So he'll be done with this loan spell June 30th. So let's see if he's in the plans for next season for Kiev, if they think that he's gotten enough exposure and experience in this league and playing enough games. A player that I think there's a player in there, but I don't know if he's maximized his full potential as yet. To be totally honest. Oh, okay. Cool. Where's Campbell never played good for Jamaica yet? Yeah, certain people don't play good for Jamaica, but we always call them back, so sometimes maybe the chance where him did get before him never ready for. But no, I know him ready. It could always be a situation like that, Yeah, he wasn't terrible in that game either, to be honest. 4 goals and 5 assists him catching form. Yep. Yeah, man. And some of the highlights I'm say of him goal contribution, the man a chop up people. Yeah, going back in the summer. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that was another player I was gonna check fresh. Yeah, when I see Norman Campbell now, him look like him technique improve a lot, or that just him touch overall, the reps where him put in. It'll help him out, and him still have the speed, him look very fast. What happened to this thing? All right, so this is another one, people, with the age profile that some people really like. So this is 21-year-old Kenroy Campbell, and he is playing over in Latvia. Actually, has a famous to CONCACAF viewers or people that follow CONCACAF closely. Teammates with Stevenson Judy of Haiti, who, if any of you watched the Caribbean Club Championships, I think it was 2 years ago now, or a year, yeah, 2 years ago, excuse me, I saw him playing against Cavalier, and I think he played Waterhouse as well. And yeah, man, that dude is a danger up front. But yeah, he's there as well with Kenroy Campbell. Actually, let me pull this on the screen. Yeah, Turgot is back healthy after his surgery. So yeah, that's a good shout to check on him. I think it might be a little too soon for him, but to get back in the fold so quick. But very happy that he's back though, playing again. All right, so this is Kenroy Campbell, people, by the numbers. He is actually on loan to this club, actually, in Latvia, from another club in Latvia, actually. But he's 21 years of age, right-footed. Is he right-footed though? I thought he was left-footed. I don't think. Did I have that right? I could have sworn he was left-footed too. He's playing right wing. I know he used to play wing back when he was in Jamaica, but they have him playing right wing here, turned him to attacker. And it actually looked like it was a good move because he's been doing really well at this club, especially. So he plays in the first Liga in Latvia, and he's a 7.39 so far this season. Of course, their season has a different timeline, kind of similar to the MLS. So only 7 games played, started all 7, plays 95 minutes per game. So playing all the minutes basically, 2 goals on the season so far with 1 assist. And yeah, he's just having some incredible output as far as stats. Not in terms of goals and assists, but just, output period. When you look at the successful dribbles, 6.1 successful dribbles every game. That's crazy. And he's winning, he's successful 75% of the time. That's ridiculous. So yeah, he's definitely doing his thing in the league right now. Even if you look at his season last season, not as great, a 6.67. Only played 7 games, so I had just gotten there. But if you look at how he has acclimatized himself now in this new season, just after about 7 games, first 7 games, and his statistics are, it's like night and day. So Kenroy Campbell definitely showing some improvements. I think what's gonna hurt him is if you look at where he plays for his club. That's just such a stacked area of the field for Jamaica, if we're being totally honest. Them said Junior Fleming's having a great season in the Serbian league, a better league than the Latvian league. Them say he must go plant farm or plant something and go farming. So it's tough. It's tough. Kenroy Campbell, I think, is a player that showing good strides, holding down games in Europe, no matter the level. A lot of our players go and they don't stay. He's been there now for a couple of years now. Yeah, he left Cavalier 2023. So yeah, that's been 1 year. He's overseas, bounced around a bit, but only went on loan from RFS, and he will go back at the end of this season to RFS as well. So if we look at the table right now, because as I said, it's only been 9 games played. RFS, the team he's on loan from, is in first place, and his team is down in 6th. So yeah, RFS, one of one of the better clubs in this league, and that is who owns Kenroy Campbell. So we'll keep track of this player, Kenroy Campbell, definitely doing his thing. And just sad for him, he's in a spot that is just full of people right now. So don't know if he'll get the chance to get there. Yeah, that may I say, I remember him as a left footer. I mean, that being his stronger foot. I mean, I'm not denying him can use the two of them, but it's just surprising them would have put preferred foot as right. Or maybe them just rate the 2 foot them, so them just pick one, I don't know. Yeah, man, him one of the big baller them, man. Like, people them rate him. And when you look on him highlight reel them and even get a chance for watch any extended time of the game, you can see say him is a danger man. Like the team I look for him and I give him the ball and them want him to do something with it. Yeah, man. 6.1 dribbles is like Doku levels, That a normal, man. So Kenroy Campbell want to watch people. Definitely keep an eye out. Owned by the big club in this country, RKS, and he's 21. They send him out on loan to get more consistent game time, more than likely, and he's definitely getting that with his club and producing not only on the score sheet but just overall gameplay, just doing really well. So Kenroy Campbell, good work. Yeah, man, fast like lightning, former Cavalier player. As a matter of fact, they, both of these players could have ended up here from that Caribbean Championship, because I'm pretty sure they played against each other, Judy and Kenroy Campbell, and now they're together on the same team. So kind of crazy. That's why you clubs in Jamaica need to make it to these tournaments, man, and do well in them. Because that might send your player somewhere, That is it, man. Yeah, I was surprised when he got loaned because I saw him doing good things for them in the preseason, scoring goals and things. I think one game did have like a hat trick or even more or something like that. You sure? Because this thing now said that, unless it just don't have the previous history. Oh, that's right. Because this was just a small time back. It was at Zimbru. That was the Moldova time, yeah. But brother, I could have swear, say, when Cavalier did play, yeah, I'm gonna research, bro. Cause I could have swear, say him play them in that competition there. Cause that's in 19 August 2022. I'm gonna want to say that tournament when me are talking is like earlier in 2022. It would have been. Kinda just where they are. Maybe you're right, fresh, but I go check the timeline. Left in June. No, but like June is actually when him loan at Zimbru did done and him go back and then him left again in July to RFS. But that was a permanent. Yeah. But I go check because I have a feeling like the man play before that. Alright, let me see. I did have one more thing we didn't want to show people because I got some. This was not a good look this match here. So first of all, Damian Lowe didn't play in this recent game against Salt Lake for Philly because he got a tweak to his ankle in training. So Kurt, the head coach said that they never want to risk him for the game or anything. He must kind of touch and go, and then eventually never make it. And Andre Blake was also touch and go, but he played and had a very, very poor performance for him. A 5.8 at home, one of the first loss at home for Philly for like a year, I think, or something like that. The first goal, not a Blake-like goal to concede. Yes, the shot had some power in it, but it really was a goalkeeper error. I think he maybe dove too far. Just the timing was off on the save, and it kind of bounced off his hand and went into the goal after that. So yeah, and the second goal was actually a worldie that he conceded, so I can't really blame him for that one. But the first goal, Andre Blake on form doesn't let that score, and again, I have to question the Philly coaching staff, and the medical team, because are they rushing him back? I mean, they wrote about it in the week that, boy, it's not looking. It's like basically here it might be he might play, he might not, type of thing. But it seems like whenever they are left with that situation or that question, they always decide to play him. So it's like, what is this doing for his confidence? Because for me, if you look at his season so far, I know he's had some issues with injuries, but he just hasn't really been able to have that level of consistency or performance yet. Very rarely would you see Andre Blake having games with the fives with a red scoreline like that. And he's now had two of them. Of course, one was against Pachuca, a very tough opponent. But even this game against Salt Lake at home, 5.8, and I know it's brought down by that score of the error leading to the goal, but decent performances otherwise. But it's a bit worrying that he doesn't seem to be able to keep his fitness right now. I'm just hopeful that Philadelphia realizes it's a long season, and if there's anything going on with the player, just let him rest. Don't let him do something to aggravate it even worse. So that's my message to the Philly people. Please, no bother with the overworking of Andre Blake. Please, just let the man take him time and do him thing. We will continue to track Damian Lowe. Hope that nothing too serious with the ankle. Based on the report, I don't think it was anything too serious, to be totally honest. So that is that. Tavon Gray, let me just check on him since we're in the MLS. Yeah, lately not getting the game time. So 3 straight games now, no appearance off the bench for Tavon Gray. Not very good. Let's check another player that has been in some squads lately, Javane. Matches. So Javane did play in the last game. He played against the Red Bulls. Let's check the lineup. See if he actually started. Okay, so Corey did come back and come on. That's good. And Javane did not start, but he came on quite early for Sam Adekugbe. Got a 7.1 in his cameo. Very good. You see his stats there. Okay, very good passing accuracy on the day. 32 touches. Only lost the ball 2 times. That's good. 1 key pass as well. So Javane Brown with a good performance off the bench. 7.1 for him. Curious to see how his season has been going so far. Let's see. 6.88, not bad. Played 6, started half of them. Alright, so not doing terribly. Let's see his passing. 84%, not bad. Duels. Yeah, so Javane not doing too badly. I think between him and Tavon Gray is definitely on better form. And since, while we're at it, I've already referenced Junior Flemings tonight. Let's just go ahead and get everybody head for chip. Alvas Powell, 29 years old, Cincinnati, 6.83. Only played 4 games though, started 2. So he hasn't really been able to nail down a starting spot. Of course, they brought in Yedlin from Inter Miami. That didn't help. When the season started, it looked like he was going to get the game time, but that definitely changed once Yedlin got there. Scored a goal against Cavalier, if you remember. But yep, since Yedlin arrived, games have been sparse for him. Did play against Atlanta last week, but has been an unused sub for the most part. So Alvas trending in the wrong direction. I did notice that Corey came on. I want to check and see when he actually returned. So yeah, that was his first game back since the Gold Cup. So I know he sustained an injury at the Gold Cup and really wasn't. I don't think he was really fully fit going into the not the Gold Cup, sorry, the Nations League. I don't think he was fully fit. So aggravated it in that game and had his first game back off the bench, played a little bit against Vancouver. I think he came in the 90th minute, if I'm not mistaken. So that is Corey Burke there. All right, let's check our baller from the Nations League. I know they had a match this weekend. Let's see how he did. 7.2, good score. Let's see if he started. Yes, he did start and play the entire game. All right, looking to play that right wing back role. As you can see, all up and down the wing like we're used to. 66 touches, lost the ball 20 times, a bit much there. 23 of 32 for 72%. Could have been better. 0 for 5 crosses, 2 for 5 on his long passes, 2 for 3 on his dribbles, good. 9 for 12 ground duels, very good. 2 clearances, 2 interceptions, 7 tackles, and 1 dribble pass. So quality in a nil all there. 7 tackles, very good, very good. 7.2 would have been higher if the passing was a bit better for sure. But of course, very happy with the clean sheet and the 7.2. So Dexter continues to get his development over there in the Scottish League, and they were held to a draw at Kilmarnock though. So Hearts there. Let's see. Let's check. Since we're over in Scotland, let's go over to Rangers and see how they fared. Rangers didn't have. Yes, they did. They played St. Mirren and beat them 2-1. That was today actually. And let's see, did Dejan play or anybody? Dejan Sterling played on the right side of a 4-2-3-1 today. 90 minutes played, 42 touches, 68% passing, 1 key pass, 0 for 4 on his crosses, 2 for 3 on his dribbles, 2 for 5 ground duels, 2 for 4. Last possession, 16 of his 42. Okay, kind of playing attacking, understand. 1 clearance and 1 interception. So Dejan Sterling again playing everywhere. I've seen him playing these 2 roles here, left back. Yeah, he plays everywhere. I think only place I've never seen him play is right back because Tavernier is always over there. See if Kemar Roof played. So Kemar Roof didn't get a run out in this one. Yes, so that is that for the Rangers. And I know that Shamar played today. Clemmer Foot actually won a game. So big up to them. Still in the basement, but 6.82, not bad. 25 played, 17 started. 1 team of the week, 4 goals, and 3 assists for Boza in League. Today, let's see what he did. They won 4-1, as I said. And he didn't start today. I thought he started. So he barely played. Came on in the 89th minute. Played, 8 minutes including injury time. Only touched the ball 3 times, so not really much to talk about. 6.5 is basically the standard score, so wasn't on the field enough to get a change in his score. So yeah, it's been a bit of a bad run for Shamar in terms of just the playing time decreasing a little bit from the beginning when he first got there on loan. like at the start of the season, it's been a lot of spot duty lately. Most of these performances are all off the bench because the majority of the first half of the season were starts. So yeah, it's kind of gone a little bit left for him over here on this loan move. I don't believe they have much games left. I think they might have about 3 games left. Yeah, 3 games left till the end of the season. So, Monaco, Lyon, and Lorient. So hopefully he can, get some proper minutes to end the season and hopefully, raise his tally a little bit and get some confidence going into this window. So that is Shamar Nicholson there. Let me check. All right, Gray. Oh, he played yesterday. Let's just see how he did real quick. All right, season going good, 7.35. So one of the higher rated players for sure. They played Riot yesterday, finished 2-2. And Damari got a 7.1. Did come off in the 63rd minute, so not one of the longest appearances for him of the season. 4 for 5 on his dribbles, always good dribbling. 87% on his passes, that's good. No key passes though, I'm sure he'd be disappointed with that. 30 touches, 8 possession loss, 6 for 8 on ground duels, really good there. And he was fouled twice. So 7.1, Gerard maybe pulled the trigger too soon there. Surprising, was playing decent and came off. So, you never know with Gerard. Not the greatest manager, I can tell you. Yeah, so people, look, as you can see, there's so many players. There are so many players, and I just want the player them to know. If I don't get to you this week or next week or whatever week, just know, regardless of if I'm looking at you on YouTube or not, I know what's going on. I am checking on all of you. But people, the stream can only be but so long. We can't do it forever. We're almost at the 3-hour mark, excuse me. So yeah, that's it, people. Another week in the books. As I said before, recap the whole show. Arsenal still top, hanging on by a thread. City have that game in hand. But if Arsenal win out and City drop a point, any point, Arsenal should get the title with the goal difference. Now, if Arsenal drop any points, it's pretty much over. And if City win out, City win the league. So, big scenarios, tough games for both teams still to play. Liverpool outside mathematical shot, but realistically probably out of it now. Of course, Aston Villa and Spurs still battling it out for the last spot, but Spurs last few fixtures looking really tough, so not sure if they'll be able to do it. And yeah, definitely as far as the Reggae Boyz go, some good results, good performances. Hutchinson on fire. Antonio scores again to equalize against Liverpool. Bailey with not the best performance and best week, but that was pretty much a team-wide thing for them. So was to be expected. He wouldn't have the best game if his team didn't play so good. So yeah, a lot of action this week as well. Midweek games in the championship. Yeah, so and definitely the semi-finals of the Champions League as well. How could I forget? So yeah, should be a big week football-wise coming up. And we look forward to it. And we'll be here to give the breakdowns and the analysis when the time comes. So people, big up on yourself. If you're watching on the replay, this was a long episode, so break it up if you need to. And like I said before, people, we're gonna be dropping some more oh no. Me not make the video yet. the intro yet. Yeah, bro. We need to make the damn intro for real. Yeah, I'm gonna write it down, start. Intro. We do it my side. Yeah, I'm gonna make the intro for real. It's too good not to use, bro. All right, so yo, big up people, all the people I'm with it hold it down with me for the entire show. Anybody where they drop in just for drop a like or give me a strength and give me a view in the night, yeah. I really, really appreciate it. And you don't know if you're watching this on the replay, share, leave your comments in the comment section. We continue the conversation that way. I had some controversial things that I said in this Reggae Boy segment, so I'm sure that some people in the comments might have some choice words for me or just have some questions for me. So either way, I'm looking forward to responding and answering all of it. It's all fair game, people. Everybody have their opinion, and we're not gonna fight nobody opinion, people. So big up on yourself. Another episode of Jason Gooner TV live recap in the books, and you don't know we are out of here, people. I'll get some sleep, Big up.